All right, everybody out there in TV land, as we always like to say, but it's no TV anymore. It's all Facebook and Instagram and Reels and Hulu and Netflix. God knows what else Disney Plus, I imagine, will chuck in there. So, anyhow, let's dig right into it. So, I figured today, so I just did a recent video on the top, they weren't the top, but they were condo communities in Jensen Beach. I did a YouTube video on it, and continuing to just continue to add content to the channel that I have. But anyhow, it made me think, hey, I haven't done an analysis strictly on condominiums and villa slash townhome. So I thought that I would do that for you here today. And so you can see how I'm aggregating this data. This is all of Beach's MLS. So this pulls all of the data from different MLSs, but it's probably the largest database that, or the largest MLS. So if an agent is not using Flex, I always wonder, like, how are you doing it outside of Martin County or Indian River County or some of these others? But anyways, I digress. My point, condos. So right, so you can see right here. Does it show on that screen? Yeah, it does. Okay, so it's condos, villas, townhomes, no price point, no square footage, just everything that's in MLS. So that would be, so you can see that so for sale is that, I'm colorblind. There's that, and this is pending, which means it's under agreement, set to close. So 15,588 units were on the market in July. All right. The pending line. So it's kind of interesting. So you can see the last year. So it runs very similar to the single family homes. And if you put the single family homes with the condos and villas and townhomes, it has a very similar trajectory where you see this ascension of inventory coming on the market. And then right around uh, January, February started to level off, and snowbirds came and absorbed it. They didn't absorb as many of the condos, villa, townhomes as single family homes were absorbed. So it's going to be interesting this year to see, if that phenomenon happens again, which happens pretty much every year. I've been doing it 20 years. Snowbirds come in, right around the holidays. You get a little bit of activity, but this is the slowest time of year right now. So if you're thinking about buying, well, I had an agent ask me the other day, and I'll show you the in-month supply of inventory. Kind of when we're talking to buyers, like when is a good time to buy? And I would say, the best time to buy when is it the slowest, right? It's that, you want to buy when everybody else is not buying. Number of different perspectives on that. But the point is that the third and fourth quarter are always slow, right? Because kids have moved for school, snowbirds are up enjoying Michigan or Maine or, wherever they are in Italy or Tuscany or whatever. And they're enjoying that. So this, like, August and September are always a little slow. So I would say right now is a really good time, and especially in the condo market, if you were thinking, well, when's a good time? Like right now, if those people are selling a condo, and and sellers out there, if you have a condo, be thinking, like, if you get an offer right now this time of year, you're doing pretty well, especially for a condo on the beach. Like, most of those are pretty vacant at this point. So anyways, the ultimate point is this is a really good time to buy because people are kind of hungry for offers, and they're not going to come back down for season, or they're looking to move it or what have you. So anyhow, I wanted you to see this. So this leveled off not quite as dramatically, or there wasn't as much kind of downward movement from January, February as there was for single family homes if I overlaid that. And I might have a few minutes here to do that after, but I want to dig in. Now, I don't really always like to go to this square footage thing because it can get a little bit skewed, but it shows you that the price per square foot for everything really went up dramatically. I mean, this is, this, I always get a little kind of, look, this is average. So you could have a lot of new construction or something that's sold, or a bunch of like high end condos on Palm Beach Island or whatever. And that pulls that average up. That's why it's best to go with median, but it doesn't always have that in here. So I think that it runs in conjunction with this graph here, right? Like the sales went up, right? These are pending, so the close went up. You see how that right in here is, but the point is that's a significant number, right? When we're talking, you know, almost double, not quite, but almost double. You're talking 40% appreciation. It's tapering off a little bit here, so we'll see again as that fourth quarter gets a little soft if this price per square foot starts to go down. That will be an interesting situation. What happens there now? I want you to look at this because this shows you these are the days on market. So these are the amount of days that a property is on the market before it sells, right? This number here, so you can see that which it runs, in conjunction with this, right? So inventory goes up, days on market goes up. Same thing, right? It's not the same thing, but they run very much in tandem. This line right here is the original listing price to sale price. So right here, basically, if we were to use 100, if it was sold for 100,000, on average, properties were selling for 98,000, right? 1,980,000, what have you. That was just the tail end of that COVID effect. And then what happened was, as the more inventory came on the market, days on the market went up, but the what people would take actually went down because they were like, oh, they priced it here and we took here, or price changed and to get their number, right? So on average, right now, all condos, villas, townhomes are getting 93% of the original listing price to the sale price. That's what that 93%. And for somebody that may have just come in here, uh, I see some more people coming live here. This is condominiums, villas, townhomes across the board. From some of this stuff gets from Indian River County, St. Lucie County, Martin County, Palm Beach County, Broward County. We even get pieces of Dade. This is MLS aggregated from Beaches, okay, which is the largest MLS. So I just wanted anybody that just came on to know that and to be re-understanding this, y'all. This is just one MLS, but we're talking a data set here, so we know what we're all talking about. This is 15,588 properties. This is a big data set that we're looking at of all of those condos, villas, townhomes are on the market, right? So this last graph, this is a log graph. This is an interesting one. Why? Because you can see again, if we go back to what the difference between a seller's market, neutral market, buyer's market. Seller's market is down in here. So that's, under 3 months of inventory. So we were still in a seller's market up until around, just October of last year. We were in a full seller's market. Then it went up into a neutral market. Between 3 and 6 months of inventory is a neutral market, meaning it's not buyer, it's not seller. There's kind of an even balance there between them. But obviously down here is an incredible seller's market because there's only 1.6 months of inventory, not a lot of property for people to look at, right? But then as we moved up, as the more property came on the market, it stayed on the market longer, inventory started to stack up. It hit its zenith right around January of this year, and just about went into a buyer's market, just about, almost, and then that dropped off, right? So that dropped off. Season kicked in. Those snowbirds were in town and bought that inventory. I'm sure locals did as well because they started to see an opportunity because it started to move into a buyer's market. Then it came down. It didn't fully go back into a seller's market. It hit that 3.2, bounced back up 3.6, back down to 3.2, back to 3.3. And this is not atypical as we get towards the end of the summer, and especially into third and fourth quarter. People aren't buying as many, usually condos for the most part are second homes, vacation, you know, they're just not usually primary residences. At least the majority of condos. And remember, this goes down into Palm Beach County, Broward. A lot of those properties out on the ocean, those communities are between 30 and 40% owner occupant, and the rest are, second homes. So I think that this is valuable for you to see that, if you're around the kitchen table, if you're at the bar, wherever you are, I want you to be educated on where the market's at. I always believe in educating people because I want to work with people that want to be educated. With our group, we want to be working with people that want to go, hey, show me the numbers. Like, what's really going on here? Where's the opportunities? Whether I'm a buyer or a seller, where are the opportunities for me? Where do I stand in relation to the market? So this is a big, giant, huge data set, 15,500 something properties, right? What we do when we do analysis for a buyer, if we were looking at a specific area, we wouldn't show you this. We would show you, oh, you want to buy on North Hutchinson Island? You want to buy in Palm Beach? You want to buy in, this area? Then we can aggregate data for specific areas. So we can show you, like I can show you there's certain areas that are actually in a buyer's market. There's areas that are in an incredible seller's market, like down around 1.4 months of inventory. So uh, it depends on which area you're looking in. So I just like to show you like the big data set. I want you to be, when you're out tonight around dinner, be like, God, I didn't know that a buyer's market is over 6 months of inventory, neutral markets between 3 and 6, and sellers under 3 months. And right now, condos, villas, townhomes, we're actually kind of in a neutral market. I wonder what it looks like from a buyer. I wonder what it looks like from a single family home. Well, reach out to me. But I can crunch this data, or send me your email address, and you can get on my list. You don't even have to have a conversation, and you'll get continuously when I do market updates. You can see what's going on, and then if you want to know in a specific area, like I'm going on a listing appointment this afternoon up in Port St. Lucie, in Torino, and so that's a specific, unique area, right? So I'm going to run, and it's a newer home. So I'm going to run, properties built after probably 2010 is what I did it. And, square footage and in that area. So I want that seller to see what they're up against as far as inventory. Certainly, I'm going to have a CMA, and this is if you're a buyer out there and you're wondering what I'm talking about, like, we would love to sit down with you to show you the numbers. What is going on? What is a deal? Or what is an opportunity? There isn't many deals out there now because the market's pretty tight. But love to have a conversation. So that's all this is. I always want to just add some value to you so that you'll say, hey, these are the kind of people I want to potentially work with. People that are delivering value to the marketplace. And, that's what we believe. We will go, the agents that are on our team are just top notch. And these are the kind of things that we go over constantly so that they can deliver that value to you as a consumer. And so, anyhow, that's it for the day. I hope you all had thanks for the likes. Whoever had us a like out there. If anybody else would like to pop a like in here, maybe share this with somebody. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought about it. Is there anything you'd like to see? Is there anything you think I can do better? I'm always up for feedback. So I hope this finds you well, and appreciate you all here that we're live, and anybody that watches it after. Thank you so much, and have a great day.